In Bloomfield HIlls Schools, my teachers weren't just educational, they were inspirational.
My family actually moved into this district specifically for the Bloomfield HIlls Schools.
My teachers were very passionate, which made me very passionate about learning.
I was more or less a blank slate coming into my experience here in the Bloomfield HIlls School District.
When I was in school, I didn't come to school thinking, oh, I'm going to grow up to be a teacher, I'm going to grow up to be an opera singer. Bloomfield HIlls did a great job of cultivating both sides of my personality. You know, I obviously had an interest and passion for the arts, but academics, you know, were also very important to me. And it was neat that I was able to be in an environment where I could grow in both areas. I think that what makes our district unique is that these teachers, you know, they're not just educational, they're inspirational, and they really focus on the whole person. When it was time to find a job, I mean, I knew I wanted to come back to Bloomfield HIlls Schools. I wanted to come back and give back to the community, but also provide kids with the same type of experiences that I had. I learned so much from all of the teachers there and all the opportunities that I was given. And I continue to draw from those experiences every day. You know, when you're actually a student here, you don't sit there and think, wow, you know, I'm really a part of something special. You know, it isn't until sometimes years later when all of a sudden something clicks and there's a connection and you realize, you know, that's something that I learned way back when I was in school.
It's a tremendous amount of work having a blind person, you know, a person that has a severe disability in your classroom. And I think what really amazed me the most was everybody from elementary to middle to high school, the teachers and the educators and the counselors that I had a chance to work with, they all embraced it. They were all excited about it. And they all saw this as like a great opportunity to really kind of try to make life better for me. I mean, there are people in this school district that come to work each and every day because all they want to do is help people. You know, Mr. Ruggiero he would just say to me each and every day, he'd say, you know, you're going to go to a great college, you're going to go to a great university, and you're going to do great things. And I graduated from the University of Michigan Phi Beta Kappa and summa cum laude. And then upon graduating from the University of Michigan, I went on to attend Northwestern University School of Law. I have been blessed to be able to complete 12 marathons, and a little while ago I completed my first Ironman competition. You know, the Bloomfield HIlls School District, for me, it wasn't just a school district, it wasn't just education, it was my community, and it was nothing short of really my entire life.
So I work for the Obama administration, where I manage the legal nominations and appointments for the administration. I now am senior counsel for the Office of Legal Policy at the Department of Justice, where I work on developing policy initiatives for the administration. What I learned here at Andover really laid a foundation and piqued my curiosity for learning how the system works and history generally, and had an appreciation for American government. I moved here to Bloomfield HIlls in 6th grade. They made a huge effort to integrate me into the school right away. It was definitely a different learning environment, one that I really appreciated. I could tell I was going to be very challenged and motivated here. They cared so much about the students. They cared so much about our learning the material, and not just, you know, rote memorization, but really challenging us to understand what was behind the facts. My teachers here, Mr. Buford, Mr. Dane, Mr. Johnson, as well as teachers later in life, such as Professor Obama, I think all have in common that they really challenge their students, they really inspire their students, they believe in what they're doing. A lot of the skills that I use now in my role in the Obama administration, critical thinking, really challenging yourself, challenging viewpoints, challenging policy ideas, working with people from diverse backgrounds, both ideologically and demographically. I think I learned a lot of that here in the Bloomfield HIlls School District.
I would say that it really shaped me as a person. In junior high school, you know, I was pretty much a jock. I played football, basketball, and baseball. And then I got to high school and suddenly found myself kind of drifting off into some other interests. I was on the improvisational troupe. I'd never even heard of improv. I also was in the school play. But again, like this whole thing about theater, being the editor on the newspaper, getting involved in writing, and those are just really neat things that were afforded me by really going to these schools. I thought so many of the teachers, they were really very genuine, very kind people. One of the standouts for me was Mr. Chrisman, who I had for English and who was also the head of the newspaper. The amount of autonomy that he gave to the students to really shape and form what we were going to say, how we covered the sports, how we put together the newspaper. What you find is that becomes so important all the way down the line later in life. It becomes very important when you get to college. I was never unprepared for any of the work that I was required to do in college. And I think that was in large part due to my time within the Bloomfield HIlls School District.
Jair, class of 2013.
Jasmine, 2011.
Jonah, 2012.
Jenna, 2013.
Matthew, 2018.
Carson, 2017.
Harrison, 2012.
Manna, 2024.